welcome back, everybody. We are in our first matchup of this scrims that we are doing here. We got two co-casters coming in, and these games are going to be interesting. We have Cenobite right now, obviously, on Dead Dog Saloon, and we know how strong of a killer he can be, and we see the perks that are coming in as well, too. So, Doctor, I want to ask you, with the setup that you have right here, Pentimento, Bamboozle, and, you know, it being, the Cenobite, what's your predictions like on how Dilemma's going to do here against Arca?
I mean, definitely it is going to be difficult shoving the off. I mean, like you say, Cenobite in the right hand, really strong killer, especially on Dead Dog Saloon as well. I think for Dilemma, their main focus, especially early game, is just going to have to be to get that early game gen pressure on the go. I think 3 separate survivors on individual gens is the way that they'd have to play it. Although, looking at it here, I don't think it's how they're playing it, but we'll see. They're new to this, so it's going to be a good starting game for them. See how they can do.
Now, Doc, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was a balanced landing play by the Leon. And we see an early chain hump come in, absolutely amazing for Urban. Now, what we do know about the box spawn logic is that we saw that our Pinhead spawned 4 on the map. And the box likes to spawn the furthest point away from both the killer and the survivors. And so, oh my god, and he finds it again! First box realistically could have only been at, like, say, 8 or 11. We found it at 11, and then we knew all the survivors were bottom side, as was the killer, and we find the box at 12. This guy has an endless stream of chain hunts coming in. This is absolutely devastating for our survivors. Or I don't know if it's devastating or it's annoying. We don't see any injuries yet, but Jesus, is this annoying.
I mean, I have a feeling looking at the position and the survivors, I wouldn't be surprised if that box spawned to 12 again, to be honest. I think he's definitely watched Coconut's video on the box spawning locations anyway.
Well, no, I hadn't seen the video actually. So as I mentioned yesterday, I'm a retired comp survivor, and I used to run my own team. We had this amazing Pinhead one trick, though he does a few other things, but he's mainly known for Pinhead. Named Semi, amazing guy. He's currently in the comp scene right now. P100 Pinhead, and he taught me everything that I know about Pinhead and Pinhead's box logic. And so that's how I know it. Has nothing to do with Coconut, though. Coconut does great work.
It's a great video that Coconut put out, especially for new people that want to learn to play the Cenobite, or even learn to face the Cenobite. But looking here, Urban.
Let's see our first hit come in.
Yeah, Urban doing really well here on the Leon. Obviously, Urban played for Dilemma, who are a newer team.
No, this strikes me as a. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, you go on, man.
This strikes me as a slightly odd pathing decision by the Leon, opting to go back outside of main around to 1 as opposed to running the Infinite, which is a really interesting choice. But we see he makes it to safety and he gets away with it. See what he does here. So he's going 6. We have our gen popped already, no hooks yet. What are you thinking?
Definitely a strange pathing, like you said. Has worked out though. Which obviously, Urban potentially thinking that he may have been going to run the Infinite. He does get the down there. Unfortunate the chains coming back to bite him a little bit there. But no, should we say the unique pathing probably helped him a little bit there, prolong that chase, and buy his team just a little bit more time on those generators. And we have seen 2 of them pop already. So that gen pressure is really good from Arca at the moment, and hopefully they can keep it up.
So we see our man getting found here over at 12 by Gallows, choosing to run the cart pallet, looping it in to this killer here at 11, and it looks like we're gonna see it down here. There's not much he can do. Oh no, and it misses! That was insane, and he makes it to Shack no problem. But he
avoided the chains as well. Avoided the chains, and it's done really well there. Hex has done incredible to avoid that hit. And no surprise here, Urban trying to body block the Leon, but Steve doing really well to switch that body block from Leon onto him.
That was so incredibly well played. It looked like the Pinhead had the body block in the back. Oh no! And he messes up the chain mechanic. It goes to the second floor instead of the bottom. He chooses to not deal with that main building. An absolutely wise decision. And we have him over here lurking at 12 because we know that the most critical thing for a killer to do on Dead Dog is to hold this traditional 3-gen between main, 12, and Gallows. You can also spawn between main, Gallows, and 11, or main, Gallows, and 10. And if the killer holds that, there's almost no way for the survivors to get away from it if they keep getting hooked in it. It's just game, set, match. We see him opting to teleport to the throne as he's not in an active chase. Wise decision, probably going to see an injury here, and oh my gosh, that's devastating, and yet another gen duck. What's happening?
I've seen the first Pentamenta going down, which if you're Urban right now, you're probably trying to get that gen pressure down, because Arca are doing incredible. They've got a massive amount of gen pressure on the go, as we've just seen, breaking that 3-gen, making it look easy, to be honest. No other way to describe it. I mean, looking at the map, the RNG is slightly better for the survivors in this one. I've seen some savage, even 4 or 5-gen situations on Dead Dog before. So they've got quite lucky in the sense that they've managed to not get any of those situations, and they've broken the 3-gen. So I definitely think the survivors are on the front foot here, and if Adam can keep these chases going like he's been doing, then I definitely think we might see a multiple out here in this one.
The front foot indeed. I'm telling you, I think this team is a terrorist organization. There's no one terrorist on this team. The Adam just displayed some absolutely disgusting pathing. Unfortunately, took it down. We are going to see another hook and possibly an interrupted gen. But honestly, I think, yeah, no. The Pinhead opted to take the other way around. So we're going to see this main gen pop. He's going to lose yet another gen. So very unfortunate for our Pinhead. Very well played by our survivors.
Yeah, it's a really good display by the survivor team here. I mean, the Pentamenta that was put down has already been taken away as well. So Ruin's gone. Pentamenta, not Ruin, sorry. I do apologise. It was corrupt, but Pentamenta is gone. So realistically here, playing with 2 packs on the Cenobite right now. We've just got the Bamboozle and the Trail. Is it? It's not even Trail, is it? I apologise.
No, we have Bamboozle, Ruin got popped, and we have Pinky.
So we've got down to 1 pack at the moment, so it's definitely on the back.
We saw Adam looking in the background. What do you think he's up to? That has to be a flashbang or a flashlight play, right?
I'd be more surprised if it wasn't. No. Ooh,
oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
That's incredible. I thought Steve had that there, I'll be honest, before he got the bolt off. Oh. I had him in the background.
I wonder what he was up to. Oh, he did have a firecracker, so that was an attempted flashbang play. A little miscalculated. Now this is looking mighty unfortunate. The ordinary result expected is about a 2K0, and honestly, my guy, I think we're looking at a 0K, if I'm being honest. I think the survivors very well may take home the bag in its entirety.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised Urban has moved away from the hook there, especially in the situations he's in. I wouldn't have put it past him to just sit a solid face count out to death if he could. But who knows?
He's going to opt to dive out here. He doesn't.
That's
risking it for the biscuit, and unfortunately, it doesn't pay off. We're going to see another hook come in on Steve. And are the survivors going to risk it again? No, they opt to take the immediate lead. So I think our survivors are going to go ahead and choose to leave this at a 1K0 instead of reading and risking more hook states. Very well played by both sides. Amazing, amazing performance.
Brilliant performance by Arca there. And a bit of a rude introduction for Dilemma, really. It'll be interesting to see what they can do in their survivor game next. It will be interesting to see the contrast and whether they can pull out a performance like Arca have just done in that one.
Interesting indeed, my friend. I look forward to it.
Okay, so back in again. Second game of the first set. Back again with a Cenobite on Dead Dog Saloon. This time Arca de Noed going in as the Cenobite, immediately finding 2 survivors stealthing. I don't really know what to say about that. It's not going to be great.
I think I know what to say, my friend. That is absolutely tragic. You know, hey, look, I think everyone's been guilty of it time and time again. You know, stealthing somewhere that perhaps they shouldn't have been, or stealthing together somewhere perhaps they shouldn't have been. And that was definitely a case of that. And we see our Pinhead miss a chain on the Jake, going in the corrupted area, opting to ignore it, and going 6 instead. And we see no, it's not the Zarina, it's the clock, but we do see a hit coming in. And our clock opts to go to main, and no! Wait, what is this pathing?
Oh, this pathing. Oh my god. Dilemma, I mean, I want to say Dilemma had been let off the hook a little bit there. It could have gone very, very wrong with 2 survivors being caught stealthing together like that quickly. I mean, immediately this first down came in a lot quicker in this match than it did in the previous one. The pathing a little bit questionable. Not quite sure what was going on with that one, so it probably didn't help towards it. But we are seeing a good amount of gem pressure on the go here from Dilemma, so it's not all bad. There are some good things to take from this so far.
What I will say, my wants to play the water tower palette, and I do believe we're going to see a really quick down here. This isn't at all hard to put a chain through, and oh my gosh, but she fakes it and she makes it!
Oh, unlucky. Getting caught out there. That is unfortunate. Did really well on the pallet with the pallet fake, and unfortunately getting caught in the window there. But unsurprisingly seeing what's going to probably be a full tunnel out, I'd imagine, on the Claudette here. But yeah, not surprised to see the pain res in this one. Was more surprised that we didn't see it in the first match, to be honest. Also seeing a Noed there, so if we do get to in-game, it will be very interesting to see how much Noed will influence the way that this game finishes.
You know, mate, I'm not even sure if we're at a point where we can talk about it in-game right now. We have someone on 2 hooks at 5 gens remaining. The only Jin that looks like it has any promise at the moment is the one that just popped and that was on Gallows. Now, Zarina had balance. She's balancing away. And what's our Pinhead doing? Was he giving the survivor on the roof nopers?
Alright, so we are going to see the unhook. Yeah, again, not really sure what the Pinhead was doing there in the main street. But opting to leave Jake on the floor and just wanted to tunnel this Claudette out, which isn't a bad decision at all. Obviously getting down to 3 survivors as quickly as possible, and it's gonna pretty much take the game out of the hands of the survivors.
But I do believe we are gonna see that tunnel out coming in right now. Oh my gosh, but he respected it! What? That's wild again! Oh my god! Amazing plays by the Claude, but unfortunately she can only hold out for too long. And we will see her go ahead and die here. And it looks like the next gen with the most progress is main, and I imagine our Pinhead's gonna go ahead and follow up there. Or maybe, you know what? I imagine the block spawns somewhere around 11 or 12. What are you thinking?
I believe, looking at it here, it looks like Pinhead is going to go toward... Oh, he's going to the back. Okay, so he has caught the 2 survivors on the back. Opting to disregard almost the spawn location of the box, like you say. And imagine it will be spawning down that bottom end, but doesn't seem to be too interested in the spawn location of the box right now. And I'll be honest, I don't think it can matter too much if he did go for the spawn location of the box. This Cenobite has got a lot of pressure going on in this game. And realistically right now, I don't think the box makes much of a difference for him.
Honestly, I don't disagree. And what we're seeing is that he opts to go for the gate, which is a little strange to me. But I mean, it worked out. He's probably going to get a pain res, hoping for this main gen pops. I thought he would have went after the Zarina when the chain hunt was going on, but no, that's not what we saw. He's going to go ahead and get this hook on the Jake, hopefully get this bit. Oh no, and he doesn't get it!
Oh, Gallows looked good.
we do hear a little bit of what could be a lack of communication between our survivors. We heard Yoichi scream on his Jin, meaning his Jin was the one that got pain res. He didn't get off in time. So I think our survivors are not only in a tough spot in the game, but they're in a tough spot mentally. They're definitely feeling the pressure, and this Pinhead has no intentions of letting up.
No, I mean, I do feel for our survivor team here, and I'm not going to lie. It's a difficult position to be in. Obviously, you get to a point where the killer has this much pressure, and it does test you, not just in the game and how you're playing, but also mentally as well. And as we've seen there, sometimes communication can sometimes go out the window. But hopefully, Dile will be able to regroup, just reset themselves, take a little breath, and go
is
for
this
it again.
Was Jacob our DS player? No, he wasn't.
No.
Oh my gosh, our Pinhead has lucked out. So I believe that the DS player must be Yoichi then. And we see Zarina solving that box down there at 7. And yes, so Yoichi is the DS player, and he is going to pop that Jin over there at 10-11. And it's probably going to be the one who goes and gets the save here in a second. I imagine what's going to happen is he's going to hit the Zarina, leave her alone, and then go back and confirm this death.
Oh, doesn't look to be. Oh yeah, no, he is. No, you are correct.
Oh, but he shot the chain, so he couldn't make it in time.
Yeah, dropped the ball slightly there. Cenobite obviously would have probably liked to get back to that hook a little bit quicker to prevent that unhook. Is going to go for the Yoichi though, which I don't know. I probably would have expected after what we've seen with Claudette, I would have expected a more of a tunnel out on the Jake. But I'll be honest, the pressure he's got is monumental right now.
I agree entirely. The thing is that with Ruin putting in as much work as it has, we know that Zarina wasn't on a Jin, she was doing the box, Yoichi had just finished his Jin, so the chance that he's going to get any value out of pain res at this moment is very, very little. I imagine Zarina and the Jake right now are resetting so that Jake can stealth this out. So this is a very strange decision by our Pinhead indeed, but let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, we see them resetting there in the background, slightly off the aura reading from.
And he finds them.
Oh wow! Cenobite here doing incredible, and they say he's got so much information right now. I mean, he knows that nobody's on a gen. He hasn't got to worry about those gens at all, so he's free to pick and choose whatever chase he wants right now.
We will be seeing that hook come in on Zarina. I imagine that Jake and Yoichi are going to go ahead and heal under hook and hopefully get this box really soon because they are coming in on the next chain pump and the box is at 12! The chances that they find it before the Pinhead are astronomical.
Oh my god. Yoichi's stealthing there behind a rock. But the stark contrast in these two games is incredible. The first game, we see a complete survivor dominance. This game has been completely flipped on its head, and we're now seeing a complete killer dominance. The way this Cenobite is being played, as I said, the pressure is astronomical here. I don't think I've seen a Cenobite gain this much pressure so quickly in a game in a very long time.
You know, unfortunately, that is just one of those things that, you know, all comes down to experience. It's experience and lack thereof, and our Pinhead is genuinely making an amazing display of just how much more comp experience he has over our survivors here, which is no shot at him at all. It is just a show of game knowledge, and our Pinhead is showing that he has it.
Exactly that, Baron. And I mean, look, it's not all bad. There's been a lot of good things that we have seen from the survivors in this game so far, so they have got a lot of promise there. And as with anything, the more time that they spend doing scrim nights such as this, competing in tournaments, they're just going to gain that wealth of knowledge that they're going to need to just constantly keep improving. We've already seen the Claudette, as much as she got tunneled out, and a couple of incredible chases from her, doing all the right things, just unlucky at some point. And yeah, there's been mistakes, but there's a lot of promise that we can see here from Team Dilemma.
I think our Pinhead's a little happy. We saw that chain come in on Jake in the subsequent hit. He gave him a little nodders, and I think we're going to be seeing this Jake go down really soon. He's at the worst Philly palette in the entire map, and he can't make Jack. This is yeah, unlucky. It's unlucky, but obviously it was inevitable. Had the Pinhead swung into it, he would have been down anyways. And so we see Jake go ahead and die here at 2 gens. Zarina and Yuichi likely meeting up for a heal, and I imagine we're going to see a hatch game here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a hatch game. It has been.
Wait! No!
Wow!
They're going for the Gen 8! This is an amazing play, and they make it!
Wow, the only concern here is this 3 gen. I'll be honest, with 2 survivors, this Cenobite is going to be very, very difficult. I don't see a way in which they break this 3 gen, especially with absolutely 0 progress on every single gen there.
Oh, mate, they're not going to break it. And we've already found our Yoichi. We know he's back here at 7. And this is the game set match. The only question is whether or not Zarina's going to live to see the light of day.
Yeah, he's been there. Brilliant display from Arca and Cenobite here.
Zarina picked up the box. I wonder if our survivors are aware of whether or not Chain Hunt doesn't kick in if she's the last one standing.
The box.
It's definitely an interesting move. Because obviously now that Cenobite knows exactly where she is and gets straight in on her. And I'll be honest, I think we're just gonna see the 4K here.
Yeah, I would like to amend my earlier statement. There is no longer a question of whether or not Zarina's going to see the light of day. She is definitely dead. The question is how long this is going to take. And she doesn't make the fast fall till we see a hit. And but she is the balance player, so she might make it back to Yoichi. But honestly, we're just playing for borrowed time at this point. This will not last much longer. This is very well played by both sides, but unfortunately for our survivors, looks like our Pinhead will be taking this home for his team.
Yeah, we'd say in the last game about how the Cenobite that we saw there is definitely not as not as a what's the word, experienced Cenobite player, not a massively experienced Cenobite player, and it makes me question here, especially when we see with Zarina pick the box up there, whether the team themselves are experienced are playing against Cenobite.
See, I wouldn't blame them if they weren't. Cenobite is a very, very rare set in comp, and that's simply because people just really don't enjoy playing against him. He is he can be very oppressive in the right hands, and quite frankly, just straight up annoying. And so a lot of teams tend to stray from him and get caught hard when they do find themselves in these sets. And so I think that it's very important for oh, our Pinhead's over here celebrating. He wanted to take a picture for the crowd. Very well played, very amusing. Our Yoichi has opted to crawl to the corner to deny the 3rd hook, I suppose. But I think it's only a matter of time before he gets found, and we're going to see this game go ahead and wrap up and move on to the next set.
Yeah, I think this game is a prime example of what you just said there about just how oppressive a Cenobite can actually be. Arca have played this absolutely incredible, yes. And Cenobite just having a little bit of fun here with Yoichi.
I think our Cenobite is very amused by what's been happening, and I think Yoichi was giving a little wiggle back, and they were having some nice, friendly comp banter with each other. And, you know, it's exactly like seeing these kind of events. We're all playing here because we all love the game. We all want to get better, and this is an amazing setting to do it in. Very well done to both sides. Very well done indeed, and I look forward to seeing the next set. Well done. Hey, chat. Welcome and welcome back, folks. How are we? We have Ponchito on the Wraith, on the Hawkins Lab, and we've already found our first survivor. We have, is this All-Seeing? We have the All-Seeing add-on, and oh my gosh! So we see a stun coming in, and this is probably going to be a hit. This is not the safest of palettes. We see our Nancy trying to play this as best she can, and let's just see how they do with it. How are you feeling about this matchup, Doc?
It's going to be exciting. This can go one of 2 ways. It's either going to be really good, or it's going to be an absolutely terrifying game for the survivors. Wraith on Underground Complex is not the nicest matchup anyway. It can be absolutely terrifying. But Dilemma are doing okay. Almost got caught out once again with this little visual bug there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Going on with Wraith. We're seeing some good gen pressure here again from Dilemma. So not too bad of a start. Nancy did really well on what was not really a safe pallet at all. So did well to hold it there. But finding Yoichi really quickly. Once again, Panchito, same as it did in the Cenobite, is getting off to an incredible start and starting to build an insane amount of pressure already.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we see him go back and try to confirm second. Unfortunately, it was too late. Claudette did his nail hugs, and he is going to take a swing. And he's probably going to go after this Nancy now. And she takes the short side. Oh my gosh! The pathing is impeccable. She went on the outside instead of staying on the inside in the long tail of the pallet, and she's gone to this pallet. She's almost really gonna die. This is insane. So we are gonna see an early second hook on her. She's gonna get slapped on that hook. Claudette is injured. There are only 2 people who can possibly come for this. Our Wraith is in a very comfortable position right now. If he wanted to, he could just stay here and basically guarantee the game.
Yeah, Bandico's going to be very, very happy with the way that this game started for him. Nancy did really, really well to start with there. Unfortunately, that pallet that she got to, wow, in my opinion, probably useless as a pallet at all. It is so unsafe. I'm just trying to double the gen here and being caught out. And Sloppy Butcher is going to make this really hard for the survivors.
Oh my!
Oh.
So we see them double and try to heal instead of trying to heal the Claudette. And the Jake goes in for the save, which is perfect, but he is... Oh my gosh, the Wraith is going to opt to ignore him, not take a tag on him. And we are searching for this Nancy like our life depends on it. And this Wraith is looking towards the left, and oh my gosh, is she here? I don't hear her.
Well, I think she's managed to... Oh, no, she is there. She is there. I don't think the Wraith's seen her.
Is she the balance player by chance?
Oh, no. Potentially.
No, we have no exhaustion perk. She has no balance. She is cooked here. She drops, and it is Dunskies. There's nothing she can possibly do. This is over. I mean, not entirely over, but it is over for Nancy. So Nancy will be stopped on this hook. He will be dead at 4 gens, and I imagine Claude trying to get herself healed up. And Jake's going to finish this gen, so we're going to have 3 gens left. This is very intense. Oh my god! You see Claude agreed for the gen instead of... Cheeto's having a little bit of fun about it, kind of judging them. He blocks Claudette in the corner and then looks at Jake and say, "Really, bro?"
Yeah, it's a little bit... I'm not sure I'm quite on the same wavelength as the Survivor team here. I think, especially with Sloppy Butcher in play, I'd probably look to get that Claudette healed up as quickly as possible rather than sitting on the gen and trying to agree the gen out. I get that they want the gen pressure, but sometimes you have to concede that. Catching Jake out, trying to...
And we see a very strange stealthing attempt by our Jake here. Followed by a quick tag. Jake was playing the thing instead of playing the tile as a whole, which is a very, very interesting decision. And we see Yoichi come in to take the hit with the Claudette. Absolutely monumental. So she makes it to that God window. And Wraith opts to leave her and goes for the Yoichi instead. With Uncloaked, this is basically a guaranteed hit. And he's down.
Yeah, very, very quick chase there. Wraith ending that chase almost as quickly as it started. Interesting. I don't think the survivors are expecting this all in all honesty. Especially with that little stealth attempt that we just saw. I'm struggling to understand their mindset right now. Obviously, I'm going to go with it because, you know, they've obviously got a plan. And they know what they're doing. But it's definitely a difficult set.
I think Ponchito's having a little bit of fun with himself right now. He knew that wasn't going to hit. But I don't think Claudette makes this next rotation. Yeah, she can't even make it around to the pallet again. She tries to spin him. It doesn't work out for her. And he opts to slug her and goes back and tries to find the Jake and Yoichi slipping, so to speak, and try to find them healing. Let's see what he gets.
Yeah, Panchito's chilling right now. Absolutely chilling.
Oh my gosh!
Jake right away. He's in a really comfortable position here, Panchito. He's at the point in this game where, right now, I'd imagine he's just having fun. He's enjoying himself, and he's just play in a chilled and relaxed way.
Yeah.
And he opts to pick Jacob, which is an interesting decision, but very fine. There's no danger in doing it at all. You can hook in, go back to where the slug was, and he's very, very safe, very comfortable. Our survivors, on the other hand, are definitely feeling the heat. And we find the Claudette crouching at this pallet. She opts to continue running instead of sitting at it, and she goes down. And so I imagine he's going to slug this out, trying to find the Yoichi, going for the unhook, and we are going to see a game set match at 3 gens remaining.
Yeah, this is picture perfect play here from Arca. Doing incredible once again. Played Cenobite in the last set absolutely perfectly. Finds Yoichi right away, a little head nod as well.
Oh no, we see a teabag from Yoichi. As if to say, yes, you have me, fam.
We got the little standoff here over the pallet. See how long this is gonna last for.
I think Yoichi's playing a game of waiting. He's gonna wait forever, and he's just gonna stay on the side of the pallet. I guarantee it. He's not gonna vault. What
Played it well, though. Played it well. Fair play to Yoichi. Managed to pull that off a tree. Chooses not to drop the pallet instantly, whilst the Wraith was cloaked, though.
One thing I can say about this Yoichi is this man certainly has balls of steel. He is not afraid at all. This match has not gone well, but he is staying the course, and he is making it the best as he can. Unfortunately, it was not enough to get the team back on track, so we will be seeing a 4K3, and very well played by both sides. Picture perfect, textbook play by Banshiro. Well done on all sides. Well done.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing some very good plays there from Dilemma in the chases, but unfortunately for them, Panchito here of Arca just absolutely insane, absolutely perfect gameplay as Wraith here. Much like what we saw in the last game with him playing Cenobite. Is there a killer that he can't play perfectly? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Very, very happy with this result, and it is going to leave a lot for Dilemma to do in the next game if they do want to take this set away from Arca.
That's going to be a challenge, my friend. A challenge indeed, but we'll have to wait and see, and best of luck to both.
Okay, welcome back to this Underground Complex. Another Wraith game here. We have Dilemma on the Wraith, Icarios taking over the reins on this one. Immediately finding the Leon and taking the chase. So a very quick start here from Dilemma. They'll be very happy with that. It'll be interesting to see how this game goes. There's a very, very steep win con for this game if they want to take this set away from Arca. What do you think about this one, Baron?
I'm thinking that Icarios is a very, very tough challenge ahead of them. But we do see a very quick and early hit coming in on the Leon, and we might see an early down potentially. Yes, we do! Insane and very well played! So we're going to see this early hook coming in, and hopefully some early gen interruption, and it looks like Kyrios off to a very, very good start. Well played indeed.
Yeah, very quick start here for Kyrios and Dilemma. I did to start with that question, the not pushing past the Leon to maybe body block the pallet there, but not needing it in the end, and still getting that down very quickly. On the hunt now for the other survivors. Arca doing really well here to keep themselves hidden so far, not being caught out as easily as we have seen so far in these games. But yeah, like you say, finding Adam here, so the second chase taking place, but definitely have got their work cut out in this game.
They understand that, you know, that down came in so early. Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Leon landed into the box! Does he make that pallet? Yeah, he does, just barely. Oh, he fakes the pallet instead of saying it. He's down here. There's just no other explanation. Oh my gosh, but he gets away with the fake.
Leon's doing really well.
Leon is getting away with murder.
Yeah, living on borrowed time here. There should not have got the distance that you got there on those, and with the pallet stand as well. Leon is playing this very well, considering when he ran into that box at the start, I thought it was game over. And looking here, managing to pick up Adam as well already from under the hook. So haven't even got the Adam.
See a hit tank come in.
Yeah,
we see that hit tank come in, and I wonder. Yes, so our Wraith does decide to stay on the Leon, but this is a very difficult tile for almost any killer to play that isn't Nurse or the Unknown. You know, I mean, they just go round and round and round and round and round. There's not much you can do.
Arguably strongest tile on this map, this one. Which I'm a little bit surprised to see Karios take the chase in that room. Interestingly, it's not stayed in that room as long as I thought it would have. And they do get the down there on the Leon. So they have done really well to end that chase as quickly as they have, considering where it started. But they're definitely going to have the work cut out. I'd imagine here the survivors have got a massive amount of gen pressure on the go as well. It's definitely difficult here for Dilemma.
Now that's an interesting hook location they chose. I imagine they would have hooked on the stairs, which is far more difficult to access by the survivors. So this is an interesting choice, but I imagine that Kirso is looking to not only patrol the hook, but patrol 3 gens that are around it. They're very, very smart, very wise. But what I think they're going to have to worry about and consider is that we have someone that has a gen that's at 80% at this point. So we're going to see them down to 3 gens before Leon's even fully dead.
I imagine that, there we go, that's how the gen pops. So just about to say, I imagine it pops in imminently. Pops right away there. Getting hit on Ada, so Ada isn't going to be able to go in for that.
He didn't commit to it.
No.
Hold on. Does Leon die here because of that?
Oh, no.
Oh, he hit you instead of body blocking it.
Oh, the last second save there. Okay, so they are going to chase Leon. Unsurprisingly, they're going to just want to get Leon out of the game here. Get them down to 3 survivors as quickly as possible. And hopefully that will slow them down on these gens. But they were progressing 3 gens, so I dare say that there is another gen with a fair amount of progress on it. And that will be popping not very long.
Yeah, but we saw you know, some greedy pathing here by Leon. It did cost him, so he will be dead here at 2 gens. But that is win upon already met. Our survivors and our killer both played very, very well, but at this point, we're just playing to see where the ride takes us. And we do see an injured survivor here, and I do believe Jake will be down here in a second. This cloak speed boost makes this pallet just... Oh my gosh, and he goes out! What is this thing? This was absolutely crazy, but he will be down. We'll be seeing our hook on Jake here. Unless there's a pallet save coming. I don't think there is. Yeah. No, we're all good. Yeah. See this hook coming in, and I imagine a set of resets, because I don't know that any other gen has progress at the moment. Unless that's someone working on a gen down the hall. Did you see that head?
Oh, it was as well. It was, and it does sound like the gen has a fair amount of progress on it there. They have managed to move away in time. The Wraith hasn't been able to pick up on them as quickly as possible. Caught up to them now.
Down.
It's going to be another quick down, especially in this room. We are probably going to see the unhook come in as well. That pole is probably going to come in any second now. There we go. We see Ada going in for the pole. Wraith opting to leave its Leon's slug and go back towards the hook.
Smart choice, and we did hear both the Jake and the Ada. One is still in that room, but he seems to be more interested to see if someone left there. And we find the Ada lurking, and this is probably going to be a very quick down. This is not all that safe for the pallet, especially with the Wraith. Oh my gosh! She dropped it and she got thrown to the other side of the pallet. That is devastating.
Very unfortunate for Ada there. I think at this point, for Wraith, and they've got all the information. They know nobody's working on a gen, so they haven't got to worry too much. I'm in straight into the Jake here. So I think we are going to see the 4K coming in, and Dilemma have done really well here. All right, so the win con hasn't quite been met, but in all honesty, it's only 1 gen extra, and we're going to see this 4K come in. And so they have done really, really well, and nothing to be ashamed about at all.
Nothing to be ashamed of at all. Both sides performed incredibly well. You know, the Survivors just managed to eke out that 1 little extra gen, and honestly, both sides played to very great height. And I look forward to seeing their next set, which I do believe is Demo, yes? So that's going to be exciting. Everyone loves the Demo pupper. Look for this last slug, and we'll be all good. I think Adam's trying to be a little funny, trying to get the Wraith to fall down the hole instead of picking him up. Would have been amusing, but would have only served for laughs. That hook's going to come in regardless, and I look forward to the next match.
Yeah, very well played by both teams in this set. The Wraith on Underground Complex is a horrible combination to face, but both teams played it impeccably. Kyrios doing very well there for Dilemma, but unfortunately just not quite able to meet that wing clock. Now we're going to look forward to a demo set on Cold Tower. It'll be interesting to see how both teams play this and see where this one goes.
Indeed, we see the Bing Bong celebration by Curso and Hey chat, welcome and welcome back. We have Punchito on the Demo pupper, and well, actually, you know what? I think that's an insult. I think he might be a bit more of a Demo doggo on the Cold Tower, placing down a portal at the short wall gym at 2. And searching 9, see if we can't find our first survivor. Going down mid around this water tower, and I do believe that we'll probably find someone around Jack. How are you feeling about this matchup, Doc?
It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to see how this game pans out. We've seen 2 very fantastic games. Definitely, from what I can see, I think we're seeing Dilemma definitely gain some confidence as we're going through these sets. And they're just improving, and that last game we saw playing really well on Wraith, managing to only just miss out on that win con. But starting off here really strong, Panchito. It's not taking long. Yeah, the first hit, never mind the first chase. We do also see another survivor there, just off to the right, running away from the shack. So unsurprisingly, looking like there is a 3 gen down in this location, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of Demo's time spent down this end. I
know that was very close, and I think when we saw that, ooh, and we will see our first down coming in, followed by a pain res, I reckon, and right in a 3 gen with already an incredible amount of drained resources. This is very devastating for our survivors here. I don't know. This is looking a little rough already.
Yeah, this hook location, obviously, first pain res coming in, and the hook location being right in the middle of that 3 gen is definitely going to make it really difficult for Dilemma here to get any real pressure on any of those gens. Obviously, those are the gens they were probably going to want to start strong on. Not going to be able to now. Second chase coming in super quick along with the hit. Very nice tag there from Panchito. And once again, as we've seen from Panchito all the way through this, building pressure really quickly in these games.
And we see Panchito come over here to 8, up to 9, trying to pursue our Renato and Yoichi. Oh my gosh, and we just see the raw power of Demo right there. So that's the most threatening thing about Demo to me. It's not his power, it's his hitboxes. That is the threatening thing about Demogorgon. We will see this stuff coming in, followed by another pain res, which will be absolutely crucial and very important for them to go ahead and come out with. Now, I wonder, is Demo going to want to secure the 3 gen down bottom or the one up top? How does he want to play this? Because this is, I mean, he could really play it either way at this point.
This is it. If I'm Demo right now, I dare say I probably want to secure the bottom 3 gen. Mainly because they're all out in the open. You haven't got to go out of your way as such to go into that one in main. Hearing a lot of progress on that gen there as well. Very close to popping. Unfortunate that Urban has gone down there. If he had had maybe another couple of seconds on that one, I dare say we would have seen it pop and break.
You know, mate, I think I'm gonna have to disagree with the assessment you just made, at least, you know, regarding the 3-gen. I think our Demo's very well positioned at this point to not only attack the 3-gen up top, but to just straight up camp Urban and that generator with almost zero consequence.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I suppose this is good. This is the great thing about this game, is the many different play styles you can witness, and saying that, he is in a very good position. I think regardless of where he is, from what we've seen from Panchito tonight, I don't think he's going to struggle at all, whichever way he chooses with these 3 gens.
And it does like Panchito does want to go ahead and secure this this scaff on Urban and camp this gen out. Very wise decision. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and go with the idea of camping, or rather securing the 3-gen up top, which is very, very well played. And we see Claudette over here looking for the save, but there's no way did she get it!
Oh my God,
I'm telling you, the Shred cooldown add-on, it should be illegal, and that's exactly why. The Shred cooldown add-on effectively acts like 4 or 5 stacks of save. And it's genuinely insane, the nastiness that one can pull off with this add-on.
Yeah, insane play there from Panchito. Obviously, opting to go with Shred rather than just. I assume a lot of people would have probably gone for the M1 there, but going for the Shred, knowing he's got that reduced cooldown and being able to get the second hit, the 2-tap on Claudette and make. Panchito is playing this absolutely superbly. Unsurprisingly, we've seen it through 2 sets already, so I'm not surprised we're seeing it here in this 3rd set, and Dilemma really have their work cut out for them here.
And we see yet another example of the disgusting hitboxes on this killer. And he's going to go ahead and give Claudette here a little love tap, possibly to curb any DH that we might see. Over here, a little weirdly trying to dodge. There's just no way that she can get away from it. This monster's hitbox is just absolutely disgusting, and he's probably going to see a basement hook here. Though no, he looks to go for around 8 or 9, or rather 4 or 5, which is a curious decision. But I imagine what he's doing here is going to go ahead, get this hook, and try to catch Yoichi rotating up for the slug. And we do see him right there.
Oh. This is unfortunate. Oh,
it's over. Wait, what was that?
Oh. Okay, you're actually doing really well there. I'm not quite sure what that was. I think the fact that Anjito was cooking his Shred there gave Yoichi just that split second to break that line of sight and get out of the way. Yoichi is doing really well here just to delay the down coming in from the Demo. I dare say it's going to come in rather quickly. Trapped here almost in the main building, and I can't see a way that he's going to pick up. Oh,
yeah, I'll tell you what. Panchito gave this Yoichi like a little bit of rope, and Yoichi took an entire mile of it. Like, this is absolutely insane. I have no idea what happened over there at 9, but he seems to be able to have gotten away with it, and now we have 2 survivors up again. There's just no way that this is what we're witnessing. I swear. Like, everyone was on here with me yesterday, and he said something that I couldn't have agreed with more, especially at this moment. You would think that this was scripted, but I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is most certainly not a scripted event. We do see our Zarina over here, Chuck. This is very likely to be a quick resolution to the game. And we see our Demo post up for a 1v1. This is exactly what we're seeing. But is Zarina going to play along with it? And he gives a swing. He starts the 1v1. And she takes the long way around. Does she get away with it? No. There's no way she gets hit. There's no way. He waits though. That's insane.
this is incredible. Absolutely incredible to watch. Mini game within a game. And for me personally, this is the first Arca I've ever seen a 1v1 in the middle of a game. But it's an absolute pleasure to watch, and what we're seeing here.
We'll see you down. And yeah, so that was very well done by Pachito. Very funny. Both sides are incredibly great sports. We will see a 4K2 coming in here, and very well done on both sides. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to see the next game. Both teams played their hearts out, and I have really enjoyed this entire matchup.
Both teams have done incredible so far tonight, and I mean Panchito is almost played perfect on every single set that we've seen tonight, and just really playing his skills and his talent in this game. It's incredible to watch, and it's an absolute honor to be able to sit here and commentate on it. To be honest, it's not very often that you get to see players like this, absolutely insane plays on whatever killer they get their hands on. It's just a treat to watch.
I couldn't agree more. And yeah, no. Now I am very curious as to what happened over there at 9. Now, I'm honestly, I'm nearly speechless. Because he definitely had Dwight in the crosshairs, or not Dwight, but the Yoshi in the crosshairs, and he let him go. But all the same, very well played, very amusing. I love to see it, and I can't wait for the next game, the last game. Well done, both sides. Well done, well done.
Welcome back. So here we are, final game of this Scrim night. We are back again with Demo on Cold Tower 1. Now, Lemma, there is going to be a tough task for them to try and meet this win con if they can. Not as tough as what we saw in the last set, but still nonetheless, it's going to take some good gameplay from them. It'd be interesting to see how this game gets off to. Already a little bit slower, I think, than what we saw with Arca. And I say that, we see a survivor run around the back there, so not quite so slow, but opted not to take the chase. So maybe a little bit of a different game plan from what we're seeing here from Dilemma. How do you feel about this one, Baron? What way do you see this one going?
You know, I think Dilemma has really shown their mettle tonight, and as is Arca. I really think that this game could be anyone's game here, but I do think we're going to see a very early first down. That's incredible. Very well done by Urban. And we see Steve over here saying if he can't get a flashlight save. You don't see this often in the comp setting, but we may just see it. But we see our Demo here is a little paranoid, and very rightfully so. And we see scratch marks. So Demo is not taking the bait, and we might see a hit out of this. Are we going to see it down, though? That's the question.
No, I feel like Steve's going to push off now. I wouldn't imagine that he hangs around now after taking that tag. But Demo doing really well there so far. 1 down, 2 tags. We've got 2 injured survivors. So they're probably going to have to spend time resetting the 2 injured survivors here rather than working on a gen for a moment. And we do see the first pain res as well, which is on the gen that's right close to them.
And it's the only gen with meaningful progress.
It is. A Dilemma here that I don't think it was done purposely. I think they've lucked out really well in that situation. But it's going really well for Dilemma here, and honestly, I think they may do really well in this game.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And we see 2 survivors over here in the corner. Oh my gosh! We might see more than 1 down out of this, but maybe not. We see Leon having the shot, and oh my gosh! But he takes leave. Wait, no, that's Steve. Oh my gosh, we have 3 injured survivors back here in the same corner. Are we gonna see? Ooh. No, okay, we don't. That was very close by Steve, but I do think we're gonna see a very quick down here. There's not much against this disgusting Demo shred hitbox, and it looks like our Demo's a little cautious due to what happened earlier on in the game, and he also wants to see if we can catch someone on this gen over here, and he does. They run away. A little quick kick, and probably gonna go back, pick up seed, get that pain rest protocol going.
Oh yeah, definitely. Interesting to see, because I think this is the first time so far tonight that we've actually seen Arca being caught out in a situation where they've got multiple injured survivors in one area. So Folly being caught out there, and it's really going to hamper the gen pressure that they had going on. This chain res is going to come in, more than likely has blown that gen by the mound there. So Dilemma are in a really good situation here so far, and really strong start from them is exactly what they're going to have wanted. And Urban probably going to be so happy with the way this has started.
Honestly, I think that so happy is a bit of an understatement. I would be ecstatic, personally, that we do have all the survivors back up and healthy. I do imagine Urban's probably going to go back over to this hook, as he should, to try to secure second, but he can't make it, and looks like Steve is going to take a hit for Adam, but it does look like this is going to go out and backfire unless he... No, there's no DS against him. Also, oh my gosh! He has BT up! And looks like our Leon wants to take a hit for our Steve, but he gets crouched. Amazing plays here by Arca. Amazing plays indeed. But we do know Jin's being worked in main. Will our demo pick up on that?
So Arca doing really well here. So this here is where you start to see a little bit more of comp experience come through in the team, especially when they've been in a situation where their backs are sort of against the wall a little bit. The demo's got a lot of early game pressure on these gens that they've got high progression on. The Arca doing really well so far now, just to sort of try and regain this pressure back to their side. It'll be interesting to see whether that main gen does pop off, because I don't think Demo has clicked on till it has been worked on.
Yeah, I don't think so either, and it looks like they took that time to reset Steve. But we will see attack come in here. But will our demo wisen up to the fact that main is... No! And it gets blocked! It's okay, that's only one gen. But that is still insane that they managed to pull that off. Wait, oh my gosh, and it was a short shred! He wasn't long enough! He didn't have the length! And unfortunately, we won't see that down on Adam. He is going to have to leave that and go check another gen.
Yeah, Urban now is just going to want to hold this 3-gen down the bottom now. He's lost the 3-gen at the top, which honestly is probably going to have annoyed him a lot. Arca have done incredible here just to flip the tables as much as they can here, pulling the pressure once again onto their side. A lot of progression on the gen mid-map there as well that we see. So Demo now has gone from holding all of the pressure to almost being up against it here. So it's going to be good to see what Urban can do. Oh.
Yes, he was blinding. We get him down with the short wall gem. That's amazing. I'm so sorry, but I'm just so excited by what I'm seeing in this match now.
That's it. This is incredible. And like I said, I'll go back to what I said before. It's good to see. You can see here where the comp experience really comes through between the two teams. In the way that Arca have just been able to just sort of relax, recoup, and just completely flip that pressure on its head and take it away from the killer completely. It's something that we haven't quite seen in these sets from Dilemma. Unsurprisingly, with them being a newer team, it is something that they're going to have to learn, and games like this is definitely going to help them to pick up on little ways in which they can do that themselves.
No, I couldn't agree more, but correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't hear how our demo didn't hear it, or he just chose to ignore it. It's really, really strange, because that means that we're looking at a 2-gen situation here in just a moment. Oh my gosh! And Leon gets mind gamed on Good Rock! What, was it a mind game, or was it a pallet play? It wasn't a pallet play! Our boy got mind gamed on God Rock! Unbelievable!
Yeah, it's just... That's not great for Leon. Leon's going to be probably disappointed in himself there that he did get mind gamed in that situation. Demo going straight back to the 4-gen situation that he's got down here. You can see Adam kind of stealthing in towards Jack there. I'm not really sure I can call that stealthing, to be honest. But we are going to see the chase here on the Adam. And to be honest, if Urban can keep this 4-gen situation that he's got down at this end of the map, then it might not all be bad at all. But it'll be interesting to see whether that is going to happen. Obviously, he is going to have to match that 4K too. Keeping the 4-gen, there is a possibility. If they manage to break just one of those, then honestly, it's going to be a really tough task for Urban.
I do believe that oh my gosh, we see this hit coming in on El Choi, and it looks like oh no, but he just barely misses it. Now the question is, that is the final pain res, yes? So we're gonna see this pain res come in, and Demo's probably gonna go right back down south and secure that 4 gen. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh
no, it's not the pain res.
Who's our final pain res?
So I believe, is it the Adam? I believe is the final pain res.
It has to be Adam. He hasn't been hooked yet.
So
okay.
Demo now is going to want to find Adam and get that final pain res off. Although, looking here, they are resetting the Adam.
They are resetting the Adam at main, but our Gabriel is still broken, and oh my gosh, he's no longer broken, so we saw a second win play coming in. All survivors now healthy. This is an uncomfortable yet very comfortable position for our Demo to be in. He needs to find either Steve or Gabriel immediately, and if they don't, we're risking that that 4K2 win con. This is very much so still up in the air, and very much so looking like it's in Arca's favor.
Yeah, definitely. The complete balance of this game is completely swung so quickly as well. Although Urban here has managed to find Gabriel. The aim here is going to want to be to end this stage as quickly as possible, get the down on Gabriel, get him out of the game. We see another gen popping off there. Not quite able to see where that is in terms of the gen situation on the map right now. But it'd be interesting to see if it is one of those 4 gens. This game's just got a whole lot harder for Urban.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, you know, both sides played incredible. Is that a bit of a visual bug on our demo?
I believe so.
Wonderful. I mean, both sides played spectacularly, but it does look like Arca is going to be taking this home. They both played very, very well, but I think we can all sit back, relax, and enjoy the absolute spectacle that is Comp DBD. We see Adam over here kind of smelting a bit over at 1, have a reset going on at main, and I'm not entirely sure if any gens are being worked on right now. We're going to go ahead and get an eruption truck in, and have some good old-fashioned fun at this point, I think.
So I don't think there is any gens being working on, but interesting here looking. So the one thing that Urban does have on his side is this 4 gen is still up. So if he can control this area well enough, it is going to make it quite difficult for the Arca survivors to get in and pop one of these gens. He may still have a chance at keeping this at 2 gens and getting the 4 game. He's going to have to play it pretty damn perfectly, especially with how progressed this gen is. And I dare say he's probably going to want to find Adam, catch him off guard and get a pain res. But I don't think it's going to happen, but especially if we keep chasing up towards the top map here, it's definitely going to lose the pressure that he may have had.
Look, that's going to be fine! It's got to be up, stick the M1, curiously enough, given that we know that we have the Shred cooldown add-on. But Adam is going to be making that main window, and that's an absolutely disgusting situation for our Demo to be in. He's contemplating whether or not he wants to stick with it, and opts not to, goes back down south. Now that gen at 8 has already been kicked several times, hit by eruption trucks, and I don't think he's going to be able to damage it many more times, maybe once or twice more. But eruption will not work on that gen again, I don't think.
No, I don't believe it will, but a little bit of respite there for Urban in the sense that you can see there from the gen where he's come out of that portal and it hasn't been touched since he took that chase up to top map. So he's going to probably ideally want to find Adam again as quickly as possible. There we go, the reset coming in. Before I can even say that they're probably going to be resetting, the reset on Adam's come in. The only way I can see this pressure being maintained is going to be with a down on that Adam. See there, Steve, we've managed to pick up on. Coming back to that gen, so progressed on that gen, and 3 survivors in the area that we can pick up on here. So I dare say it's only a matter of time before we see that gen pop.
No doubt, no doubt. They are definitely all swarming on that gen like a swarm of bees, very anxious to get it in, and they're all very anxious to make sure that no one goes down. We see Gabriel